Empathy for us can either be a gift or a curse. Most of the times we look at it as a gift, not understanding that we can also be in the point of cursing ourselves through it. Because empathy is the capability to feel others. Now, what's happening when you feel somebody? What's happening when you're able to resonate with an experience somebody's going through or the emotions that they're conveying? Is that your light is able to peer into their darkness. You see what I'm saying? And by being able to peer into their darkness, you have an opportunity to not fight with that shadow, but to reveal that shadow to that person. Because oftentimes, through our empathy, we usually end up trying to fight somebody's shadow for them, and in turn, that shadow fights back. Because guess what? You're not the one that can destroy that shadow. That other person can. That's incredible when you think about that. But it's also scary because we've put ourselves in so many situations where we try to fight the battle for somebody else, realizing, why is this person backlashing on you, when ultimately it's because it's that person's light that can rid that shadow, not your light. Your light can only take them so far till they have to realize that that shadow is still present for them. Because understand, you can shine a light on a person, but that shadow is still casted behind them until they turn and face that shadow themselves. And then they embody and embrace the light which is within them, which radiates in all areas. Therefore, there is no shadow. See, that's what empathy is really about. It's your flashlight. It's your ability to see in the darkness or see the light in somebody when they can't see it in themselves. And you have to be able to articulate yourself or have a technique of expressing it to a person without engaging so far into it where you're fighting it for them. Because you will tire yourself out and you will harm yourself. And then in doing so, you would actually hinder a perfectly good relationship with somebody. Because now they're going to be looking from that ego standpoint, that shadow self. And what you're doing is actually scaring them. What you're doing, they will defend against you. And it's not their fault. We go through so much damage in this life. Our heart, you have to understand what is really within that heart. When you damage your heart and your mind is not free, what you expect to happen? You're ruled by your senses. Your senses can shadow the light. So you become comfortable with the shades of life. You become comfortable being in the darkness. That becomes your lifestyle. That becomes your very attachment. That becomes your very beingness. And when somebody comes in shining a light and then they point to it, yeah, you get a reflection like, oh wow, I might want to change. But when they start to literally project it and try to scorch the shadow for you, that shadow is going to do anything in its power because it's attached to that other being. It's not attached to me. If I go up to somebody and they have a shadow, it's not attached to me. It's attached to a part of me that is this being across from me who needs to understand that they have the light to dispel this.